Woodrock Animal Rescue in studio with us live from the Rand East Show. We've got Stella here. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, Roxy. Well, and you?
Good, thanks. Good to see you again. Last time we saw you was about a year ago, hey?
Yes, thrilled to be here. Thank you very much for inviting us.
Yeah, thanks for coming through. Okay, so Woodrock Animal Rescue, you guys have been going for a very long time.
Yes, one of the oldest shelters.
Okay, 23 years, is it?
23 years, that's right.
Yowza! That's impressive. So you've obviously seen a lot over 23 years.
We have, but we never get used to what we see. And there's always a flip side of the whole coin, and that's the happiness, the euphoria, and that's why we do it.
Wow, it's incredible. So tell me, 23 years, where do the animals come from?
You know, that's a question everybody asks, and they walk into the shelter, they see 150 dogs and counting with a list, and as they're talking to me, asking, where do the animals come from? There's a call after a call after a call. Hi, I'm moving. Hi, I'm getting divorced. Hi, I'm immigrating. My dogs are fighting. But that we call dumpers. The majority of our dogs are township dogs, dogs on the side of the street, dogs knocked over, dogs that have... Or Sunday, we collected a dog that had been shot in an Olivianhoutbos.
Why?
You know, we can't ask those questions. It's politics, and we just leave it at that.
What do you mean? Like, why can't you...
We just heard there's a dog being shot. It's been like that for 2 weeks. The bullet's in its hip, and we need to fetch the dog.
But surely someone must get arrested.
You know...
That's sick.
There's so much you can do as a shelter, and our priority is to make the dog well and to get the dog rehomed.
Oh my goodness! But okay, so you fetch the dog.
We of course fetch the dog.
How is it okay?
Well, we're waiting for our vet is away at the moment. But besides that, the prognosis is that the dog has to repair itself to be strong enough for theatre, and at the moment he's very weak. So we're just doing antibiotics and keeping him out of pain.
Is there anything the public can do? Is there anything we can help?
This is the biggest question. People always ask, what do you need? Food? Do you need vegetables? Money is always a criteria, and we're extremely transparent. You can walk into Woodrock at any day.
That's very good, hey? Because a lot of people, I think, have this trust issue when it comes to...
I would expect that. Yeah. I would feel the same way. Don't ask me for 10 Rand if I don't know where that 10 Rand's going. Yes. I want you to come and ask me, what did you do with the 5,000 Rand I donated to Woodrock?
Very good.
Every single cent can be accounted for, and people don't understand that Woodrock is not just about seeing that the dogs are fed and healthy. Woodrock also is a work in progress. So we're always trying to improve and better the circumstances. We've just built a pool with the help of one huge corporate and lots of begging and pleading, and our pool is absolutely marvelous. We love it. We watch the dogs swim, and the pleasure is ours.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. And we have a cattery on the cards, and we have a veterinary clinic, which is we're on our hands and knees. We're desperate for a vet because we're based in a farmland where, if you want to call it farmlands, where there is no medical help close by. We at 9 o'clock at night we see snake bites, dog fights. 3 weeks ago, we had a dog that was attacked by a monkey. We have biliary daily. I mean, and our hands are tied. We are not vets.
Okay, so you're looking for vets to assist you.
We're looking for vets. Our vets. We have 3 vets that we use, but we've got to drive the dogs through to Sandton. They are extremely good to us.
But that's quite far because you're on the way to Hartbeespoort. You're in Henops River, is that right?
Henops River Valley.
Henops.
Well done. You did well there, Roxy.
Every day I try.
No, well done.
Okay, so it is quite far, actually.
It is.
Hey?
It is, and we've got to make certain that our knowledge of the medical medicines that we are administering to the dog before the dog can get to the vet we have to know what we're doing. So after 23 years, you kind of learn, and with the help of Nicholas, who is incredible, we do try our very best.
There's a lot that's involved in animal charity that not many people are aware of. They don't see, like, when the dog comes in after being attacked by a monkey or shot, and those costs. Oh, it's so expensive.
People will say, okay, put a figure on the running costs of a shelter. We're talking about chemicals for the floors. We're talking about dishwasher.
Yeah.
The bowls have to be washed.
Yes.
Even as far as a wheelbarrow, a stepladder. Those are things that public don't know, that have to be purchased. But what you asked is the running costs, and so people will say, okay, put a figure on it. It can vary from month to month, anything between 110 and 150,000 Rand. And somebody's got to pay for that, and that somebody is not normally the public. That somebody is Nicholas and myself, who go out to work. People do donate small amounts, which we're eternally grateful for, and lots of dog food. We've been very, very fortunate. The minute that we put out a plea for dog food, people generally are extremely kind, and we've got some amazing supporters, which without them we could not do what we do.
So anything, any small, even if you think it's small, silly, 50
old
Rand
duvets that is lying in the back of your cupboard,
okay,
that you don't need to go out and buy. A ball Didi is ball mad. She breaks a ball a day. Please give me your old soccer balls.
Okay.
Your old bicycles. We donate them to the townships. We're not just an animal shelter. We go above and beyond. We actually see the public, and we see to those that don't have clothes.
That's brilliant, eh? Oh, I love that. Really is awesome. Woodrock Animal Rescue in studio. Well, at East Rand Show, should I rather say today. And this is Mix 93.8 FM. Got some Sting on the way now. Shape of My Heart.
Mix.
We have Stella in studio with us from Woodrock Animal Rescue, and they're telling us about their organization, which has been going for, you said, 23 years.
23 years. At the existing shelter, we've been there for 7 years.
Okay, the existing shelter, which was...
The existing shelter's in Hennops River Valley, and the original shelter was in Woodmead in Sandton, next to Khyber Rock, hence Woodrock.
Okay, all right.
30 dogs became a little bit impossible. The neighbors did complain.
Now, all right, now you were telling me that... because it's quite interesting, actually. You're telling me that an accident happened, but you guys are okay, and it made you reevaluate the organization, which maybe some people don't even realize. So maybe just tell us about that.
Well, we had this car accident, and it was just before my son's wedding. And when you have like life-changing things happening, you kind of think to yourself, okay, now, in the event of Nicholas and my death, who takes over Woodrock? And there was no paperwork in place for that.
Wow, okay.
And so
that's quite important.
We've had to meet with lawyers and draw up, who takes over. And essentially, Fiona is Woodrock at the moment. She makes all the decisions. We second them. We don't. Nobody ever works alone. There's a panel. We all bounce ideas off each other. Even as far as yesterday, putting 2 dogs down. Well, one died, and the other one had to be put down, and a kitten, and today a puppy. So even as far as those decisions are made,
that's because they're too sick.
Well, the puppy died this morning. It was quite sad. It was a shock for us. We didn't expect it. And the kitty came from a woman who already had the kitten, brought it in, and once again, we needed a vet. We're not vets.
Okay. That's tragic, eh? It's really horrible doing that.
You know, Roxy, the flip side of life is death.
Yes.
Death can't be that bad. And having dealt with so much death, you never get used to it. I had Fiona in tears yesterday. But you never get used to it because you see so much of it. But it is not so bad. The animal is out of pain. The animal is no longer suffering.
Yeah.
And for me, that is like what we're all about, is doing right by the animal.
Yeah. But it's still sad to have to do that. No wonder, I think it's vets, not dentists anymore, that actually have a high suicide rate.
Yes.
But, I mean, imagine having to put down these beautiful animals, part of your job.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, it's tragic. All right, so we are trying to make a difference, and that's what Woodrock is all about. They also help outside of the community with the townships. You were saying that you provide shoes.
Well, because we get a lot of donations for our charity shop, Saints, a lot of the stuff can't go to Saints. Saints they've got a higher echelon, and their caliber that they sell to is quite high, very high actually. So the food, the clothes that we can't give over to Saints, we generate it into the informal settlements. Remember that we're not in the township. Dipswart has their own setup.
Yes.
We're in the informal settlements, in the little squatter camps that don't have windows. They don't have electricity. They've got no water for their dogs. You have to educate them to actually see a water bowl. And we go into the township 3 times a week to feed the dogs. And to get to the dogs, we look after the owners of the dogs, and the dogs really do care for these owners. The owners care for the dogs.
They really do.
There is a reciprocal respect and trust. But the dogs have fleas, they have ticks, they are all sterilized, I will add. That is our main drive.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's exactly
We don't allow any form of breeding, and we have their trust. They will ride 1,000,000 miles to get to us. In rain, cold, whatever, to give us their dog and say their dog is sick. If you go into Woodrock right now, we have an isolation area, and 4 of the dogs are from the informal settlements. And let me tell you, their owners come past and see how their dogs are doing.
That's awesome.
Bingo's going home at the end of the month, a repaired dog, and he's looking beautiful.
Bingo was his name.
And his name is Bingo.
That's awesome.
Truthfully, they name their dogs, they care for the dogs. They have little kennels, which we give to them. Their kennels are they're painted names. We don't give wooden kennels because naturally they will have to burn the wood for food and firewood.
Okay.
So
that's interesting.
Yes,
right.
So we have to give them concrete kennels or plastic kennels.
Wow, okay. And then obviously you rely on donations. So like you're saying, even if you have some cement,
phenomenal.
That would be amazing because they can help with
fencing.
These things. Yeah. Anything, actually.
Like even a screwdriver. Realize a door breaks at Woodrock. You've got to fix it somehow.
Yo, it's amazing what you guys are doing. It really is incredible. And for 23 years now, that really is something. So tell me, with the animals that you have at the moment, how many do you have on your property? And is it just dogs then?
You know, Roxy, people know this. Everybody's fully aware. Woodrock are never the begging shelter because we have 30 kennels that we keep solely for boarding. Although your boarding pet, and I'm sorry to break your bubble, is no more special to me than my dog that's just come in, knocked over on the side of the road.
They're all equal.
They're all equal. Sorry.
Okay.
They're very
that's
special.
good.
That Schnauzer, that Chihuahua, they're all very special, but my rescues are just as special.
Yes.
And that we charge for the facilities. Our dogs sleep on beds with blankets, rotated every 2 days. They have heaters in the winter, genuine heaters. I can sleep on their bed. I will feel as comfortable as a dog. And they have aircon in the summer. Every dog gets out the kennel twice a day.
Aircon and heaters, they're living better than most.
And they have, they get tickle and touch. They get body checks. They get tickle and touch.
Tickle and touch. Okay.
We do, those who enjoy it. There's ball play, there's interaction. We know their personality so well. Okay. So if you ask how many dogs, on average, there's 150 dogs. That's including isolation. We also have mini Woodrock. We also have a stable area that we keep dogs in. And everything, you can walk in there right now, there will not, and I insist on this, not a sniff of urine.
Okay.
We keep it pristine.
Can people come through and volunteer and help?
More than welcome.
Okay?
Our volunteers have a different program. We don't get them to pick up the poop and so on. Our main focus is repair of the animals.
Okay. All right, so
and our dogs are 90% of our dogs are old, forgotten. Dogs that the dog that died yesterday, that was put down yesterday morning, had been in shelter for 12 years. Mitzi had never known a home.
Really?
And Nicholas is still wearing dark glasses, which tells us
that's so
something.
sad.
Yes, I suppose that is a bit sad, but Mitzi was loved.
Yeah, but that's really sad. That got heavy quickly.
Yeah, she had a stroke, and yesterday morning was fitting very badly, and we had no choice.
So, can people come there and adopt?
Adoptions are very strict. Because the fact is they're taking on an older dog. We don't like to adopt out puppies because the control over adopting a puppy is much more intense. I respect, my hats off to the puppy shelters and the kitty shelters, because although your job is easy at inception, I worry about when I rehome a puppy. I worry.
But don't you do home checks?
Yes,
after
but you
visit?
don't know if your cute puppy loses its cute factor and goes to the back garden. And then it's a damaged dog that lands up at Woodrock. So the follow-up has to be so much more intense, rehoming a puppy. And I'm talking from Woodrock's point of view because we've just had a whole glut in December of puppies. We had 25
but you still do homing, but home checks are just stricter there.
Yes,
okay, which is fair enough. I mean, if you're going to adopt a dog, you can